Hello, and you're all very welcome here this evening to Gardner Park, Borrisokane for the 2020 North Tipperary Under-16 B Hurling final between Clonakenny, Moneygall and Lorrha. Grand evening conditions are perfect, slight breeze going down towards the Clonakenny road end. But teams nearly ready to go, joined by Tom Keneally. Tom, both teams are impressive so far in getting to this stage.
Yeah, both teams have done very well to get to this stage so far, I suppose. Lorrha had a very good victory the last evening in the semi-final. Unsurprisingly, maybe themselves, they probably realised they were good enough as they proved to be. Newport were probably favourites that evening, and Moneygall, same as Burgess. Burgess were probably slight favourites, but Moneygall just got them by a couple of points in minimum margin, you could say, and it was a great game, very little between them. So hard to know this evening what way it's going to go. It's probably 50-50. And we'll just wait and see. It's an ideal evening, as you say, for the game. No major breeze and nice and dry, and it's probably going to stay dry. So we're looking forward to a very good game.
Our own fellas dug deep in the second half when it seemed to be going away from last Monday evening. James Carroll was definitely a star player from a few other players stood up then in the last 15 minutes when they were needed.
Yeah, James was very good in fairness from start to finish. He covered a lot of ground playing from midfield. Came back and made a vital interception near the end of the game to where there was a chance of Burgess getting in for an equalising score maybe, but we cleared it back down the field and we got the subsequent free from it and got it over the bar to win it by the 2 points. So hopefully James and the rest of the lads can step up to it today.
Lorrha seem to have a young team. They've 7 under-14s. They've 4 that are up to the full age, and their full back and captain Conor Milan is just a couple of days over age for next year. How much do you think the John Madden effect, the fact that he's over him, is to this team?
I would imagine John would be involved with a team that he sees a bit of success maybe coming from. They've been building, as you say, they're a young team. They're probably looking to the future. They had a great victory yesterday as their senior game, and got through to the semi-final. Obviously, have the Seamus Irene, so they'll be on a high obviously this evening from that. And I'm sure John would like nothing better than to get a 16B victory this evening in the North and a bit of silverware to him to get the season off for them. So yeah, I would imagine his influence over them. They see him warming them up there. He seems to have them hopping off of the ground. So I would imagine they'll be fighting fit. They have a couple of very strong players. We know that from being in North Tip development, and we'll be looking forward to seeing how they'll work this evening.
Teams just getting ready into their positions, and Lorrha are going to hit towards the Jordan Road end. Jerry Morris, the referee. And the ball is in, the game is on. Straight away, Andy Houlihan. They all fighting for it in the middle. Out comes Rob Duffy for Lorrha. Drops it. Colin Ryan fighting in there for it. Flicked away by Martin Gorman. Under pressure from Cameron Fleming. James Carroll gets it into the hand. Drives forward. Up towards Vanson Moore's corner. Vanson gets it in the hand. Looking to take on his man. Driving forward. Shooting. It's gone over the bar. That's the first score of the game. 31 seconds on the game. Connemara now with the puck out. Dropping it short. Taken by Duffy. Fouled by Colin Ryan. Colin and nephew Willie Ryan, All-Ireland medal winner in 2016. Dara Guinan looking to step over it. 5 yards inside his own half. Striking it. It's looking good. And the sides are level. Great score from Dara Guinan. Point apiece. Just over 70 seconds on the clock. End of white now with the puck out. Aiming for the far side of the field. Down towards Conor Quinlan. Quinlan misses. Trickles out over the line. It's going to be a line ball for Lorrha. Player down injured on the far side there at the moment for Lorrha, Rob Duffy. being attended to by Caroline O'Brien, the physio for Lorrha. Seems to be alright again. Darragh is stepping up over the line ball again. Goes long in towards the corner. Joe Stapleton misses it. Out comes Holly White. Joe Stapleton, well, hand passes out, but he was fouled. Free out. Cameron Fleming is stepping back to take it. Cameron covering centre back with David Madden injured this evening. Picked up a shoulder injury the last evening. Huge loss. Fleming over to the stand side of the field towards Tig White. Tig lets it run. Goes intercepted. All in. Patrick Carroll in there. Little flick from Fergus Donoghue. White pulls on it, but it comes to Darragh in towards Stevie King. King driving forward. Well cleared. Batted away by Fergus Donoghue. Under pressure from Conor Quinlan. White in there again. Quinlan had it in his hand and dropped it again. Who's going to come out with it? Referee Jerry Morris blows the whistle. Going to throw it in. It didn't seem to be coming out. David Toohey in there. Conor Quinlan intercepted by Darragh Guinan. Guinan goes forward. Donnacha O'Mara. Little flick from Andy Houlihan there. Free in. Guinan is coming forward from centre back to take it. 5 yards in from the sideline. 61 or 2 yards out. Strikes it, it's sailing to the left and wide. And the White with the puck out, down the stand side of the field towards Conor Quinlan. A little push in the back by Duffy, gets away with it. James Carroll flicked away from him. Martin Gorman goes through, under pressure from James Carroll. Pushing the back there from Carroll, unlucky. It's a free in from Lorrha. Gone over the bar there by Donnacha O'Mara. 2 points to 1 to Lorrha after 5 minutes. Jerry Morris holding up the puck out within the way. He's not happy with something behind the goal. Held up again. Now, at the third time, asking Enda White to get the puck out. Over to the far side of the field. Dylan McCormick flicks it forward. Conor Quinlan gets it in his hand. Quinlan goes forward. Held up in towards Colin Ryan. Colin gets it in his hand. Turning around back to James Carroll. James Carroll shooting. It's gone over the bar. 2 points apiece. 6 minutes gone. James Carroll opens his account. Conor Mara with the puck out now for Lorrha. Down the far side. Well held by Conor Quinlan. Quinlan goes forward. Still going. He's going to shoot. He's going to drop in. O'Mara flicks it away. Blocked down by Kevin McCormick. And a little flick out. It's gone out for a line ball. Ty White stepping over it. Kevin McCormick comes out well within his ability to put this over. Kevin gets under it, dropping in short.
Dangerous ball.
Francis Moore gets there was a chop down, was it inside the area? Referee is walking in. He's giving a 21-yard free. James Carroll stepping over it. Doing well in the freeze all year. Puts it over the bar. 3 points to 2 with 7.5 minutes gone. Conor Mara now pucking it down this side of the field. Tyke White goes out. Carroll gets it again. James Carroll going forward. He's space. He's going to shoot. Puts it over the bar. It's 3 points for James. 2 from play. 4-2. O'Mara again with the puck out. 2 Lorrha men go up. Mikey Hurling putting it in. Dangerous ball into it. Hawley White coming forward with it. Andy Hurling going down over the ball. Andy comes forward. In James Carroll manages to pick it up in towards Vanston Warren. Misses it. Liam Donoghue going back over the ball. Donoghue Vanston Warren put the pressure on him. It's a line ball. Conor Cullen stepping over it now. Conor Cullen strikes it in, but it's Guinan again, Dara Guinan coming forward in towards, out comes Stephen King, flicks it forward. James Carroll has it up over halfway, under pressure from Mikey Hurling. Dara Guinan manages to intercept, under pressure from Tyke White and Colin Ryan. Down into the corner. And out comes Hawley White with it. Drives it down the field. In to Kevin McCormick. Kevin shoots. That's gone over the bar. Great score from Kevin McCormick. 5 points to 2. 9.5 minutes gone. O'Mara again with the puck out. Of course, James Carroll knocks it forward. Dara Guinan beats Colin Ryan to it. Into the far corner. Paul Cahalan. Under pressure from Alberto, pushing the back door, free in. Dominic O'Mara stepping over the free now. Lorrha could do with a score. Puts it over the bar. 5-3 after 10.5 minutes. And the White pucking it out down this side of the field towards David Toohey. Toohey breaks it. Andy Hurling goes down over it under pressure. David White is in. Doesn't seem to be coming out. Flicked away. Martin Gorman under pressure from Cameron Fleming, pushing it back. Silly free to give away. And Dominic O'Mara puts it over the bar. 5-4. 4 points for Lorrha, Tom, all from frees.
All from frees, yeah. They don't seem to be able to penetrate our defence very well. Even though we were giving away a few soft enough frees, but hopefully we'll stay going and keep in front.
Rob Duffy over the line ball now. He's left it to Dara Guinan. Guinan seems to be one of the main men there in the half back line. Guinan doesn't get under it. manages to reach Shane Cleary. Cleary going forward. Intercepted again by Dylan McCormick. Dylan having a great year. Drops it. It's in around. Who's going to come out with it? And it's Shane Cleary again. And another free in. Going to have to cut out the frees. Donegal Mara, and this one goes to the right and wide, let off there. And away with the puck out. Down towards his brother Tig. Tig gets it. Gives it back to Andy Hoolan. Hoolan in on top of Kevin McCormick. Batted away. Derek Island has it again. Pressure from Fanson Warren. Kevin McCormick coming after him. Gives it to Rob Duffy. James Carroll putting the pressure on him. And Kevin McCormick comes out with it. Intercepted again. Brought out again by Dara Guinan. Guinan's hurling well there, centre back. Gives it to Shane Cleary. Cleary in towards Martin Gorman. Gorman has it in the hand. Gorman is going to drop short. End the wide. Drops it. Comes out. Manages to break the tackle. Conor Quinlan onto it. Conor leaves it behind him. Picked up by Rory Duffy. Duffy going forward, but he's been done for over carrying. Good pressure there. Dead centre of the field now for James Carroll.
Well within James's reach. He's scored them all year.
He strikes it. It's gone to the right and wide. Very uncharacteristic of James. Connemara again with the puck out. Goes short. Oh, it's intercepted by Fanson Warren. Great catch. Warren's gone through. Still going. He's going to strike. It's a goal! Great goal from Fanson Warren. Well intercepted there.
Great finish, great carry, great goal.
1-5-4 now. 15 on the clock. David Toohey hurl over the head. Andy Hoolan trying to come forward. Oh, hefty shoulder there into the face.
Couple of very robust tackles there.
Is the referee going to take any?
Yeah, he's going to talk to them.
Just a talking to it. No cards produced. Fiona Connolly taking her time with Andy, making sure he's okay. Paul O'Brien is in checking on if he's okay.
And he'd be a huge loss now because he's been hurling very well. And it's not looking great at the moment.
No, he doesn't seem to be moving at all there now. They don't seem to be warming up anybody on the sideline. They're possibly giving him as long as possible. He's moving anyway.
And Andy, he's up and going. He's going to go again.
Paul O'Brien giving him a bit of encouragement. James Carr with the free. 5 yards inside the Lorrha half. Lifts, strikes. It's going to drop short. Kevin McCormick takes it in the hand. He drops it again. McCormick has it back. He's taking on his man. Into Worrell again. He held up. Oh, and it's just wide. Fanson thought it took a deflection there or something, but the referee's not giving anything.
Looked as if it was a deflection.
Stop for the water break. One 5-4 at the water break.
Very close game. There's not going to be much between the sides as we predicted from the start. Lorrha seems to be doing a lot of hurling in the half-back line. Moneygall, Clonakenny will have to tighten up on him if they're going to penetrate that defence a bit more. And vice versa, James Carroll is doing it for Moneygall around the middle of the field on his own half-back line. So.
Discipline is going to be key, especially when Lorrha haven't scored from playing it. Lorrha back out in the field now, ready to recommence after the water break. O'Mara with the puck out now, down this side of the field, dropping short. Tyke White flicks it forward towards Patrick Howard. Francis Worrell getting in on it. Flick from Rob Duffy. Kevin McCormick managed to go back, gives it to Francis Worrell. Got a shot in his left hand side. Dropping in around the house, in towards Tyke White. Flicked away by Conor Moylan. And Dara Guinan comes out with it again. Drives it 60-70 yards. Down. Taken well by Martin Gorman. Gorman puts it inside. Dunico O'Mara. O'Mara pulls. Oh, King, he missed it. Oh, great save from Enda White. And it's cleared away by Andy Hurling. Great save from Enda White there. Let off. Dylan McCormick going down over it. Taken off from Rory Duffy, dropping it in again, in a top, flicked away by Holly White. White gets it away. Andy Hurling going down over it. David Tuohy coming forward. Tuohy gets bottled up. Rory Duffy gets there. And it's a foul on Dunico O'Mara. James Carroll. Huge let off there, Tom.
Huge let off now, and he seems to be talking to somebody here. Hard to understand why, because he's only a touch on the hurl. A great save by Enda White. Great save by him in fairness.
O'Mara with the strike.
Just
inside the right hand post. Lorrah's 5th point off from freeze. 4 for Donegal O'Mara now. In the white. Long puck out towards Tig. Tig White. Dara Guinan comes out. Under pressure from Tig White. Guinan down this side of the field. Martin Gorman, and he's fouled by Micheál White. Donegal O'Mara stepping up over it, about 5 yards in from the sideline, and he's got it just inside the post. 6 points for Lorrha. Moneygall Clonakenny 1-5. In the white with the puck out, giving it down Conor Quinlan's wing. Quinlan under pressure there from Rob Duffy. Duffy comes forward. Dangerous ball. Donegal O'Mara. O'Mara has it. Getting inside White. He's going to shoot. It's another great save. Oh no, it's hit over the line, is it? And the White disputing it. The umpire seemed certain fairly quickly that it did cross the line. Lorrha hit the front 1-6 to 1-5. 21 minutes on the clock. And the White goes short this time towards Joe Stapleton. Under pressure from Shane Cleary. James Carroll comes forward with it. And a little flick there by Mikey Hurling gives away the free. Just need to settle down for a minute or two here. Carroll gives it in towards Vanson Ward's corner. Vanson gets it in the hand. Still going. Gives it to Colin Ryan. Colin puts it over the bar. Sides are level again, 1-6 apiece. Colin Ryan's first score of the game. Conor again with the puck out. Oh, towards flicked by Tig White again. And a push on the back there from Keane Hayes on Andy Houlihan. Didn't seem any need to do it because he had the ball in his hand. James Carroll will step over it again. Already got 3 points. Carroll striking.
Very good.
Puts it over the bar. 4th point for James Carroll. 1-7 now to Lorrha's 1-6. Conor again with the puck out. Intercepted by Tig White. Tig White flicked away by Dara Guinan. James Carroll. Carroll, little shoulder. Could have been a chop down there from Rory Duffy on David Tootie. James Carroll stepping over the free now. Carroll striking, and once again it's gone over the bar. Dependable as ever. 5 points now for James Carroll. 1-8 to 1-6. Conor with the puck out again. Fergus Donoghue. Dara Guinan gets it. Guinan. Great block down from David Tootie. Colin Ryan gets in on top of him. Flicked away. Keane Hayes going forward. Joe Stapleton coming out. Stapleton drops the ball under pressure from Martin Gorman. Gorman flicks it for a little slide tackle there on Cameron Fleming from Martin Gorman. Fleming with the free, crossing it over on top of Vanson Ward. Ward hurling well, gets it again. Oh, great block down from Clonakenny. Dylan McCormick comes forward with it. Intercepted there by Liam Donoghue. Dylan McCormick wins the line ball. Fancy Warren taking his time over this one. Warren gets under it, in towards Kevin McCormick. Over his head. That man Guinan again has it. Guinan launching it down this side of the field. Down towards Maren Gorman. Gorman shoots. And it's off the upright and over. Great score there from Maren Gorman. First score the evening for him. Conor Quinlan gets it now. Quinlan try to come forward, bottled up. Manages to get free of his man. Down in towards the corner. A race between Dara Guinan and Vanson Ward. Dara Guinan has it again. Hurling well at centre back for Lorrha. Cameron Fleming comes across to cut it out. Fleming driving forward. In towards Vanson Ward again. No support, they're pushing the back. There's silly free for Lorrha to give away at that stage. They seem to be in control of it. Fiona Connolly in with Fanston Warren seems to have picked up an injury. He's back on his feet again. He seems to be okay. James Carroll taking his time over this. Carroll striking, and it's gone to the left and wide. Connemara with the puck out. It's around the middle of the field. Knocked forward by David Tootie onto Tyke White. White. Knocked across by Tom Perry. Oh, a heavy tackle there. The referee plays on. Rob Duffy. Down towards Shane Cleary. Gorman has it. Gorman putting it in. Intercepted. Great interception from Joe Stapleton. Up to Tyke White. Tyke flicking it out to himself. Lifts. Look at the turn. Gives it in towards James Carroll again. Carroll moving forward. Carroll moving forward. Danger here. Little flick away by Conor Kennedy. And out the Duffy is blocked down. Conor Quinlan. Quinlan is going to drop short. In around the house towards Kevin McCormick. Flicked out by Conor Milan. Vanson Ward again. And tackled by Dara Guinan. Guinan wins the free. It's a free out for Lorrha. Patrick Carroll down over the ball now. Seems to have moved out the field a bit. Holly White has carried it out over the line before he struck it. Conor Kennedy to step over the line ball now. Kennedy down into the corner. Intercepted again by Patrick Carroll. Carroll striking it forward. A race between Guinan and Colin Ryan. Guinan wins it and wins the free. Dara Guinan on his own 65-yard line. Striking, dropping it in low. Fleming comes out. Patrick Carroll, Andy Hoolan. Who's coming out with it? And out comes Joe Stapleton. Stapleton wins the free. He's held back. Cameron Fleming with the free. Down towards Conor Quinlan. Quinlan lets it run. Vanson Worrell has it. Vanson gets away from his man. Referee is playing advantage. Hit the arm up. Gives it to Colin Ryan. Ryan back to... He seems to be giving it for throwing. I don't know about that one. Derek Einan with the free over towards Donegal O'Mara. Gone out over the line though. Andy Hurling doesn't get under it, but James Carroll manages to retrieve the situation. Down on top of Vanston Worrell again. Flicked away from Rob Duffy. Duffy takes the shoulder from Conor Quinlan and wins his free. Well played there from Rob Duffy. Seems to be in on top of Vanston Worrell now. Vanston causing a lot of trouble every time he gets the ball. Derek Einan takes the free in towards the corner. Towards Martin Gorman. Out comes Hawley White with it though. Hawley. Tyke White comes out in front. Conor Quinlan picks up the loose ball. Quinlan going forward. Hand passes off to Colin Ryan. Ryan moving forward, looking for a man. It's intercepted by Rob Duffy. Duffy with the clearance. Down on top of the half forward line. Here comes Donegal O'Mara again. O'Mara, little flick over Hawley White. Cleared away by Patrick Carroll. Dylan McCormick, the silly free, chopped down on Mikey Hoolan. As we approach half time, this could level it up going in at the break. Donegal O'Mara with the free. He's gone short. It's batted away. Cameron Fleming flicks it out. And Andy Hoolan. Andy Hoolan again. Dylan McCormick and Conor Kennedy fighting for that ball. Kennedy wins it. Gives it to Mikey Hoolan. David too, he gets in the block. Out comes Andy Hoolan with it again. Andy plays it back to Hawley White. Under pressure. Clears it down the far side of the field. Duffy gets there. Dara Guinan coming forward. Half blocked down from Colin Ryan. Donegal O'Mara gets it. O'Mara with the shot. Just to the right and wide. 34 on the clock. Still playing. I suppose Andy Hoolan was down for 2 or 3 minutes. And the White pucks it out this side of the field. In it, flick forward. David Toohey manages to get down over the ball. Toohey in towards Kevin McCormick. Kevin beating his man. He's under pressure from Conor Milan. Inside towards Colin Ryan. Ryan, great hand pass off to James Carroll. Carroll is going forward. Held up. Carroll shooting. Great save from Conor O'Mara. Con manages to move forward and clear it. Towards Shane Cleary. Cleary flicks it ahead of Patrick Carroll. Dylan McCormick gets in, but Conor Kennedy goes forward with it. In towards Martin Gorman. Gorman gets inside White. Joe Stapleton trying to hold him up. Gorman, it's a goal! A goal for Lorrha. Martin Gorman got inside his man. Got inside 2 men. I struck off his left hand side. Enda White hadn't a hope in the goal. As the whistle goes for half time, that goal Could be a big difference now. 2-7 to 1-8. Two team talks could be completely different, Tom.
Yeah, as we said at the beginning, it's going to be very close. There was nothing in it. Lorrha came back very strong for the last 7 or 8 minutes of that half, and they seemed to just put the pressure on our defence. They got in for a great goal. Martin O'Gorman looks very dangerous every time he has the ball. He's running at the defence, as are all the Lorrha forwards. They might be a little smaller than some of the Moneygall, Clonakenny defenders, but every chance they get, they run at them, and they seem to be drawing the frees. And with someone as sharp as Clonakenny tonight from the frees, it's keeping them well and truly in the game.
Just there before half time too, we see that Lorrha seem to have moved Borrisokane back in front of Vanson and Warren and Rob Duffy on, and Vanson has been causing a lot of trouble there, especially in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, Vanson is probably the key go-to man, I suppose, for the Moneygall Clonakenny team here, and a lot of ball has been going into that corner. Young Duffy had been playing reasonably well on him. He broke from him for a great goal in the first half, in fairness, and got his point as well, but they seem to have pushed Borrisokane over, floating around as a kind of a free man around that area, and he seems to be putting more pressure on Vanson to try and get through there. But going forward, I'd say Moneygall will have to tighten up and put more pressure on Borrisokane, who seems to be mopping up everything around that area, and he's clearing an awful lot of ball, which isn't leaving much ball for the Moneygall forwards to get onto. And hopefully at half time now they'll be able to regroup and they'll step back up to that for the second half.
Big second half still to come. We'll be back for the second half Welcome back to the second half here once again. Ready to start. Seems to be a change on the Clonakenny Moneygall team. 22.
Patrick Sheedy, it looks like, on the run of him.
Patrick Sheedy, yeah. Second half underway. James Carroll gets it into his hand straight away, moves forward. Carroll in towards his brother Patrick. Kevin McCormick has it. Tackle from Conor Moylan. Pulled on by Conor Moylan. Kevin McCormick still battling. Out towards Rory Duffy. Gives it out. Fancy Warren. Under pressure from Mikey Houlihan. Conor Quinlan gets it in his hand, moves forward. Quinlan looking for support, wins the free.
Well won free there by Conor. Good start for Moneygall Clonakenny.
Seems to be Colin Ryan gone off the team. Patrick Sheedy on. Patrick Carroll has moved into the forward line now. As James Carroll strikes it over the bar. 1-9 to 2-7 in favour of Lorrha. Conor Mara with the puck out down this side of the field. Out. Dylan McCormick fighting for it. Little flick from Rory Duffy. Andy Houlihan getting over. Gives a great ball into Tyke White. White moving forward. Shooting off his left hand side. And it's got inside the post. The sides are level. After a minute and a half of the second half. 2-7 to Lorrha. Clonakenny Moneygall 1-10. Connemara goes short. They all in the huddle for Dara Guinan seems to come out with it. Guinan over this side of the field. Up between. Conor Kennedy manages to get it. Kennedy held up. Puts it forward. Joe Staven coming out. Beat by Shane Cleary. Andy Houlihan back there. He seems to be everywhere. David Tutley flicking it out. Flicks it towards Dylan McCormick. Dylan goes down over the ball. Moving forward. Under pressure from Conor Kennedy again. Clears it down the field. In towards Kevin McCormick. McCormick drops it. Conor Moylan gets down over it. Moves forward. Little flick from into Vanson Warren. Warren's room. Gives it to Cameron Fleming. Fleming. Little jink. Gives it to Conor Quinlan. Quinlan shoots. It's gone over the bar. 1 point lead. 1-11 to 2-7.
Moneygall appear to have put Cameron Fleming in centre forward to try to curb the threat of Dara Guinan, and David Tutley has moved to centre back.
Flick forward. Vanson Ward tackle at Duffy. Ward puts it over the bar. It's 1-2 now for Vanson. Connemara with the puck out. Almost intercepted. A little flick from Cameron Fleming and Dara Guinan. It's going to be a free out for Lorrha. Guinan with the free. Putting it down the left hand side. Over Holly White's head. Stephen Alberto King. Blocked down. Blocked down by Martin Garman. It's gone off the post. It's pulled out to goal. Mikey Houlihan.
Great finish.
Nothing in the White could do there. 3-7 now to 1-12. 1 point lead for Lorrha. James Carroll gets it. Moves over the halfway line. Under pressure there from Rory Duffy. Carroll still has it. Carroll still going. Blocked down. Gets in towards Kevin McCormick, but Rob Duffy clears it out over the far side line. Going to be a line ball. James Carroll seems to be going over to take it.
Connemara has come from the Lorrha full forward line out to midfield to try to curb James Carroll, and a move by Lorrha to try and stop James' domination there around the middle.
Carroll goes low into the corner. Cameron Fleming under pressure from Darragh Guinan. Gone out over the line. Darragh Guinan with the line ball. Intercepted by James Carroll. Carroll shooting. He's going to drop short. Colin Mara. Oh, he's under pressure. Kevin McCormick in on top of him. Ball is still there. 65. Good pressure there from Kevin McCormick. James Carroll with 65. Already 6 points to his name. This to level it. Carroll strikes. It's gone over the bar. The fighter level again. It's 3-7 to 113. 6 minutes on the clock in the second half. Connemara with the puck out. Flicked away by Vincent Worrell. Goes back, retrieves it himself towards Tyke White. Intercepted by Rory Duffy. Duffy trying to get down over the ball, falls. Who had Tyke White has it.
To in here.
Rob Duffy coming out. Gives it back to Donegal O'Mara. Donegal O'Mara striking off his left hand side. Andy Hurling picking up the a loose ball. Gives it to Dylan McCormick. McCormick comes forward. Beats his man. Beats another man. Intercepted there. Hurling pulls, misses it. Pulls again. Rory Duffy kicks it clear. James Carroll. Touched on by Rob Duffy. Out comes Darragh Guinan. Guinan hurled over the neck from Vanston Warren. Silly free to give away. Darragh Guinan takes the free over the far side. Flicked away by David Toohey pulling on the ground. Cameron Fleming drills it low in towards Patrick Carroll. Carroll takes it in the hand, gets inside his man, into Conor Quinlan. Quinlan moving forward, held up by Darragh Guinan. Going to be a free in. Good work there from Cameron Fleming. Quick ball into to Patrick Carroll, sorry. Giving it into Conor Quinlan.
Great vision there by Patrick Carroll after winning the ball. He broke the tackle, seeing Conor inside, and Conor was well held up, even if a bit illegally.
James Carroll stepping over and looking over the bar. 1 point lead now at this stage. Lorrha seem to be bringing another man out the field here. Rory Duffy wins the ball, goes forward in towards King, misses it. Oh, Martin Gorman is in again. Gorman, it's in the goal! Gorman's second goal. 2-1 he scored there today. Looks dangerous every time he gets the ball. Puck out down the far side of the field. Conor Quinlan getting down over it. Can't get it up. Two Lorrha men going for it there. Conor Quinlan manages to come out, falls over the men, comes forward, strikes in towards Patrick Carroll. Carroll drops it, gets it again, goes forward towards Tyke White. Tyke takes it in his hand. Great ball out to Andy Hoolan, man on him. Great pressure there from Clonakenny, ends up winning the free. Free taken down in towards this corner, flicked by Moneygall White, giving away the free.
Not so sure what that free was for. Two of them seem to be coming together for the ball.
And there seems to be a yellow card here from Mountain.
Stephen King seems to be the one who went to receive it.
Ushering out the wire seems to be getting ready to come on the field here. As that ball goes over the bar from Clonakenny.
Ushering out the wire seems to be coming in for
Patrick Carroll. Puck out taken again. Borrisokane winning it down in towards the corner. Towards
Garmin again.
Haul away with the line ball. Patrick Sheedy breaks the tackle. In Cameron Fleming under pressure. Flick it out over the line there. It's going to be a line ball for Lorrha. Lorrha 3 points up, 4-8 to 1-14.
So coming in another team.
17 Lee Hogan.
Number 12 being replaced.
Keane Hayes. Borrisokane with the line ball. And it flicked out again off Conor Quinlan. Clonakenny with the line ball goes low. Lee Hogan, the substitute, flicked away by Cameron Fleming. Martin Gorman puts it over the barrier. It's 2-2, he's now scored. 4-9 to 1-14 now. Clonakenny flicking it over Andy Holden's head. James Carroll manages to retrieve it. Gets it in his hand, moving forward. He goes, flicks it across to Cameron Fleming. Fleming's moving forward here. Gives it to Kevin McCormick. McCormick shoots. It's in the corner of the net!
One-point game.
4-9 to 2-14 here. Great work there, great hassling. James Carroll came forward, gave it to Cameron Fleming, flicked it over to Kevin McCormick, who made no mistake. Play back underway. Down the far end of the field. Moneygall White, bit rash with the tackle there, and Lee Hogan. Martin Gorman down on the ground at the minute. Clonakenny taking his time coming forward with the free. O'Meara strikes, puts it over the bar. 4-10 now to Lorrha to 2-14. 14 minutes into the second half. End away with the puck out. Down towards Conor Quinlan. Cameron Fleming beaten by Borrisokane. Conor Quinlan comes out with the ball. Breaks the tackle. Quinlan moves forward. James Carroll is off his shoulder if he sees him. He spots him just over his head. Carroll still has it. Ushing the wire. Has it. The wire blocked down. Dwyer gets it again. Oisín Dwyer. And he wins himself a free. Well worked by Oisín Dwyer. Blocked down twice, never give up. Won the free. Vital this ball goes over the bar now. Midway through the second half. Karen strikes. Karen puts it over the bar. As we pause for the water break. Big 15 minutes now. These next 90 seconds are going to be vital in what both management say to their teams.
As we've probably seen in a lot of games over the weekend, water break can either make them or break them. If they can come out re-energised after the water break, or if they have the bit of momentum, they don't seem to be able to hold on to that momentum. So hopefully we'll see a good last 15 here now, and that they'll go ahead. There's only 1 point, the bare minimum between the teams, so it's really anyone's game.
Dave Madden seems to be doing a lot of warming up there. Surely his shoulder wouldn't hold up to it, would it?
He seems to be doing okay there in the warm-up. He seems to be pucking fairly strong at the moment. They're thinking of bringing him in for the last 15. He seems to be holding up okay. He'd be a very strong player to come in. Having lost Thomas Sheedy earlier on after the game the last day, and David Madden, they were depleted before they started, but David would be a great input for the last 15 minutes if they could bring him in. The light is also starting to fade a bit here in Borrisokane, so should this go to extra time, it could be very interesting.
It has to be finished this evening. Penalties would be required as well. We've seen a few matches in the senior over the weekend going to penalties. County champions Borrisokane beaten yesterday by Drum and Inch. Ballingarry also beaten in the Seamus Arena relegation.
All to play for here now.
Game will restart with a puck out for Lorrha. Connemara going to this side of the field. James Carlos up, drops it. Dudley Connemara. David Toohey manages to come out with it, flicks it over his man, and again he's going. Toohey using his strength, gives it to James Carroll again. Carroll won't come up for him, manages to get it up second time, in towards Oisín Dwyer. Oisín beats his man, and he's going forward, strikes. Flicked away, offensive world, slips at the final moment. Connemara, Kevin McCormick getting in an interception. Tyke White going down over it. White going inside his man, held up, gives it to Dwyer, and Francis Moran going forward, held up, flicked away. Trying to win a free, and it's actually a free in. Good work from Cameron Fleming, didn't rush in, forced Rory Duffy into the mistake. Man down for Lorrha on the far side of the field.
Oisín Dwyer.
Oh yes, ma'am.
James Carroll stepping over this now. Vital free. This to put the sides on level terms. Carroll strikes. Carroll puts it over the bar. Conor with the quick puck out. Who is it? To Conor Moylan. Blocked down for Kevin McCormick. McCormick gets it in his hand. Goes to strike. Half blocked down. Dudley O'Mara and James Carroll fighting for it. O'Mara coming out with it. Dara Guinan in helping him. And out comes Rob Duffy with it. Getting it towards Rory Duffy. Under pressure from Cameron Fleming. Fleming wins it back. Has the ball in his hand. Looking for support. He dropped the hurl though, did he?
He dropped the hurl. A bit harsh there now.
Dara Guinan out to put with the free. Going long. Down in towards the corner. In towards Lee Hogan and Patrick Sheedy. Hogan gets it. Held up. Intercepted by David Toty again. Cameron Fleming manages to get there. Fleming goes forward in towards Ushing the Wires corner. Vanson Worrell gets it in his hand. Worrell shoots and it's just tailing to the left and wide. Conor O'Mara with the puck out now for Lorrha. Down around the middle of the field. Conor Cullen going up for it. Rory Duffy fighting for it. Nobody seems to be coming out with it. But just as we say that, Shane Cleary gets it into his hand, goes forward. Out comes King. Missed there by Mikey Hurling. Hurling goes back in retreat. Under pressure from Dylan McCormick. Paulie White. Andy Hurling is back there again. Still fighting for it. Referee decides to throw the ball in. It's a man down the ground. Dylan McCormick, yeah. Paul O'Brien coming in, checking on him. Seems to be the knee.
Doesn't look very comfortable. He's up.
Back on his feet. Take more than a slap in the knee to put Dylan McCormick down. Referee resumes the game with a throw in. Andy Hurling again. Oh, questionable there. Front charge. He's giving it to him for over carrying, but there was a frontal charge in there. Andy's working hard all evening. Seems to be everywhere in the field. Dudley O'Mara now to put Lorrha ahead again. Lifts, strikes. It's gone over the bar. 1 point lead for Lorrha. 4-11 2-16. 22, almost 22 minutes on the clock. End the white with the puck out. Goes down the far side of the field towards Conor Quinlan. Dara Guinan picks it up again. Guinan going past Joe Stapleton. Tries to shoot. Tough angle from there. Trickles wide. And the white now with the puck out. Looking for options. Coming down this side of the field towards Dylan McCormick. McCormick gets a flick on. James Carroll winning it. Conor Kennedy coming back, putting him under pressure. Kennedy has it in his hand. Kennedy goes forward, over halfway. Under pressure from Dylan McCormick. Kennedy going, questionable whether he threw it or not. Mikey Hurling. He's giving it for over carry. Hawley White with the free now. Going straight down the middle. Flicked out. Martin Gorman going down over it. Under pressure from Cameron Fleming. Rory Duffy comes out with it. Duffy striking it. David Tootie comes out. Kicks it forward. On towards Cameron Fleming. Fleming take it on Tom Perry. It's intercepted by Conor Moylan. Moylan the captain. Gives it forward. Duddick O'Mara. O'Mara driving forward. Has a free man over if he needs him. Shoots himself. It's going in, but it's gone wide. Maybe the better option was to give it to the man outside. And it seems David Madden will be coming on. His father Johnny and Paul O'Brien over there giving him a few last minute instructions. It's Joe Stapleton that's been taken off. Madden goes in to the wing. Picked up an injury the last day.
Great puck out by
End of White down towards Conor Quinlan. Quinlan breaks it. Madden getting into it straight away. Hooked. Pulls on it towards Kevin McCormick and Conor Moylan. Vatson Ward manages to get it in the hand. Drops it in towards Ushing Dwyer. Dwyer going down under it, but bit of a rash shot. Maybe a bit of inexperience there on Ushing's part. Connemara with the puck out now. This ball is vital. Who's winning it? Hurling gets a flick. Conor Kennedy. Kennedy driving it forward. Paul Carroll under pressure from Alberto. Here comes James Carroll. Carroll going down. Dara Guinan again mopping up the loose ball. Under pressure from Cameron Fleming. Drives it forward. In towards David Tootie. Tootie wins the foul. Wins the free. It's a player down with cramp there, Rory Duffy of Lorrha.
Seems to be cramp.
4.5 minutes left. Just the 1 point between them. Back up on his feet again. Seems to be struggling a bit. Hopefully he'll be okay. It seems to be his calf. It seems to be putting Rory Duffy inside while James Carroll takes it in towards Vanson Warren. Warren beaten, but fighting for the ball. Ushing the wire, getting in. Cameron Fleming seemed to be touched on the ground, but I'd say he's going to throw it in.
Like a throw in, yes.
Guinan comes out and wins the free at a vital stage. 4 minutes left, 3 minutes left on the clock. Guinan with the free over to the far side of the field. Gives it to Duddick O'Mara. Launches it long. Flicked inside. End of White coming out of it. Beating the tackle. Half blocked down. Dylan McCormick. Beaten by Conor Kennedy. Kennedy, it's gone over the bar. Lorrha got 2 in front. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. And the white with the puck out over towards David Madden. Madden taking it in his hand, driving forward towards Cameron Fleming, beaten again by Dara Guinan. Guinan's having a great game at centre back. Lee Hogan and Patrick Sheely. Sheely coming forward, held up, manages to get the ball away. James Carroll wins it. Can he get it in his hand? Under pressure from Dara Guinan. Guinan gets it again, coming forward, puts it in. Holly White misses it. In towards Duffy. He was down injured a minute ago. Puts dangerous ball. Oh, blocked down. It's also another great save from Enda White. That could have sealed it. 3 great saves tonight by Enda White. Dara Guinan with the 65. They put 3 between them. 29 on the clock. It's 4:13 to 2:16. And the white with the puck out down this side of the field. Up goes Fancy the World. James Carroll has it. Carroll going forward. Under pressure from Shane Cleary. Blocked down by Guinan again. Cleary has it. Back to Dara Guinan. Guinan driving it down the field. Who's coming out with it? Martin Gorman has it. Paul Cahalan. Gorman again. Gorman. Tackle from Mihal White. Free in. Holly White's name taken there. Second in the full back line to be booked tonight. Martin Gorman stepping over the free. Scored 2-2 tonight. This to put 4 between them. Could be the insurance score. Gone over the bar. As we go into injury time, the referee signalled 3 minutes of injury time to be played. Mikey Hurling with it. Under pressure from Kevin McCormick. Hurling goes down over. Toohey has it. David Toohey trying to come forward. Gives it away. Vanson Worrell has it. Worrell in towards David Madden. Madden won't come up for him. And it's that man Kennedy. Gives it for throw. Conor Kennedy down the ground. Will he drop it in or will he put it over the bar? A minute and a half into injury time. 2 scores needed anyway. Conor Kennedy back on his feet. James Carroll stepping it over.
Needs to be going for it. 4 points, they need 1 just to get a goal in it.
Carroll striking, putting it over the bar. That's his 11th point tonight. Dara Guinan is going to take this one. He's going to go along with it. Drops around midfield. Taken by David Madden. Drops it again. Conor Kennedy has it. Under pressure. James Carroll fighting for it. Madden coming forward. Looking for an option. Gives it to Vanson Worrell. Worrell Intercepted again by Martin Gorman. Gorman with it. Driving it in towards the full forward line. There's nobody inside. They all seem to be back defending at this stage. Hawley White giving it towards Andy Hurling. Hurling going long. It has to go along at this stage. Cameron Fleming. Fleming has it. He's going to go forward. Held up. Giving a free in. This will surely be dropped in. We're 33 minutes on the clock. Doesn't seem to be anybody in around the house though. Is he going to drop it in or will he pull it over? He's gone either. He's gone wide. No, it's kept in play. No, it's not. It's not. It's a wide ball. It's vital stage. Guinan takes the puck out again towards Clonakenny. Kennedy moving forward. Kennedy beating his man. Kennedy going again. And puts it over. That's surely the insurance point at this stage. 4:15 to 2:17. White with the puck out. Going long. Flicked forward. Andy Hurling. Tig White going down over it, beaten. David Madden flicking it forward. Andy Hurling manages to get it in his hand, but the ref is going to throw it in. Ball in the huddle again. Nobody seems to be coming out with it. Just as we said, Martin Guinan has it. Guinan coming forward, fouled by David Cloughy. Had plenty of time over it as well. Man down for Lorrha, Martin Gorman. The umpire seems to have the hand out. Well, there's something happened. The linesman has gone in now to the referee, Jerry Morris. Gorman's back on his feet. The referee is in talking to his umpires. Who's he looking for? Seems to be David Touty. Morris talking to David Touty. It's just a yellow. Donegal O'Meara stepping over this. He's gone for it and it's gone over the bar. Surely now. That's it. 4:16 to 2:17. And the White with the puck out. Flicked forward by Conor Kennedy. Dylan McCormick going back to retrieve it. Under pressure from Kennedy. Fouled. Francis Moore with it, going long towards Cameron Fleming. Needs to get it inside. Donegal O'Meara, sorry, coming forward. Just taking it to the corner at this stage, I'd say. Coming out, met with a shoulder by Mahal White. Bit of frustration creeping in there at this stage. He's already on a yellow. He's calling him.
We get another one.
Looks like he's going to get a second yellow. And that's a red card from the Hall White. Pity he's after having a great year to see his year finish like that. Clonakenny with the and that's gone wide. It seems to be immaterial at this stage. And it's all over. The referee blows the full-time whistle. Lorrha have won the U-16 North Tip B final for 2020. Lorrha 4-16, Clonakenny Moneygall 2-17. Good hard game, but Lorrha just that small bit better, Tom.
Yeah, Lorrha seemed to pull away after the water break. We said that water break can make or break, and in this case I think Lorrha seemed to really get buzzed up from the water break, and they're really fluid in the last 15. They really stepped up to marshalled our forwards very, very well, in fairness to them, and kept them out completely there for the last 15 minutes. So well done to Lorrha.
Yeah, well done to Lorrha. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Thanks to Tom for the call commentary, and best of luck to Lorrha as they go forward to the county semi-final.